Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Neuvillette Executioner of I Me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette didn't know what to do when he heard the news of your illness. You didn't want to tell him personally, so you've been hiding it for a while now, despite being told by a couple of doctors that your end was inevitable and sooner than it could have been. And so you wanted to make the most out of your time together without bothering him, without telling him the saddening truth. But little did you know he would find out anyway, and it was Rosie who told him. He was told that after observing your farm, the Melusines noticed something strange about you that seemed vastly different as of late, and they recommended that you check with a doctor. And eventually, it went from there to him actually finding out that you were terminally ill. At first, he had been heartbroken that you didn't tell him. He was so upset, so sad and betrayed. And yet he couldn't ever truly blame you. He couldn't even have time to be mad at you, because time was now a thing that the two of you could not afford, a privilege that neither of you had. And he knew that very well, which is why he didn't want to risk wasting it. And now as you sat on the bed, and he held your hand gently, he could only look into your eyes, quiet, and yet the sorrow in the room was loud enough, louder than any words could have been. So, how are you feeling now? I think I'm a little bit more tired, but Neuvillette, please, don't look at me like that. It's a bit more painful than the entire illness. You say with a gentle chuckle, but he looks guilty, frowning as he turns away. My apologies. I didn't mean to hurt you in any way. Oh, Neuvillette, please don't take everything so seriously. Come on, let me make a joke or two before I finally have to go. And then when he clenches his fist, you realize that maybe you shouldn't. For you, you'd be gone. But you'll have spent the last days of your life with someone who cared about you. As for Neuvillette, he was immortal, a dragon sovereign, fated to watch those whom he loved die and vanish, one by one, and he'd be forced to witness each and every single death of theirs. It was lonely. It was suffocating. It was the saddest thing in the universe for him. And it rained. You could see that very clearly through the window. And even then, just his eyes alone could tell you enough about the weather going on outside. He held his hand and squeezed it gently, looking into his eyes. Neuvillette, I'm not upset. I don't have any regrets. And I'm happy. Right now, today, it might be my last day here. But you know what? It will be with someone that cares about me. Someone that loved me until my last dying breath. And that means the entire world. You may not understand that. You've never had to think about it. But to me, I was scared of dying. And dying while feeling like I was unsatisfied. Like I had regrets. Like I had so many things to worry about. But I'm just happy that I have you. You mean my entire world, Neuvillette. You are everything to me. And I truly mean it. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. Every moment and every time that I needed you. Thank you for loving me You've changed my life, and I hope I change yours as well. He looks like he's barely holding back tears, and the only reason he wasn't even crying in the first place was because he was physically unable to. And before he knew it, he was wrapping you in his arms, kissing your forehead. You don't need to thank me. I love you. I love you, Ayan. I just can't bear this. I can't let you go. But you have to. You whisper, and you can already see the exhaustion taking you over. Your days were numbered. They were short. And today, it seemed like there were no more days to come. Today would be the last time he sees your eyes, your smile, and hears that voice of yours. And as you cup his face in your hands, pressing a soft kiss to his lips, you close your eyes as you let out your final breath, and Neuvillette could only stare in bewilderment. He was overwhelmed with the feeling of loss, like he was pierced by an arrow into his heart, his chest suddenly feeling hollow and empty. You were gone. There was nothing he could do about that. Not a single thing he could do to bring you back, no matter how much he cared or loved you. And for that, today, it rains harder than ever on Fontaine. Everyone can tell the grief and the sorrow of the Hydra dragon, and it just so happens to be mirroring that of the Chief Justice of Fontaine. Usually, Neuvillette liked walking underneath the rain, but now it reminds him of all the memories that you two shared. Those memories of you jumping down on puddles, laughing and holding his hand, trying to persuade him to run along with you. And Neuvillette couldn't bear it in himself to even walk in the rain for comfort, for the fear of hearing the echoes of your laugh.